All right, we need to talk about this here. This promo was a train wreck, um, but it needs to happen. Hear me out. So, we've been through the eras of the overly scripted promos. That era has been terrible. It's been awful. We don't need it anymore. I hate the overly scripted promo. It is atrocious. And what it does is it exposes people who have no business being on a microphone whatsoever. Oh, wait, didn't you have? I've been on a professional wrestling microphone before, and I was pretty damn good at it too. But it exposes people a lot of the times. And even when it exposes people, even when all the words come out in the order that they're supposed to come out, because they still sound terrible often. Like Naomi and Bianca Belair are awful. I mean, just atrocious on the microphone. And they're not the only ones. There's a bunch of other people who, once they get a microphone in front of them, they're really bad, and you could tell that they're reading the words. Rey Mysterio is actually not that good on the microphone either, especially with the scripted WWE promos. This felt unscripted. This felt like they were given a guideline. There were parts of it that felt scripted. Like what Tiffany said, a lot of times it felt like she was reciting her lines. It has shakily too. Like you could hear the shakiness in her voice. It felt like she was reciting her lines. Charlotte, it felt like she went off the reservation at some point. She was trying to feed into she was trying to do a veteran move, which is feel that the crowd is turning against her and go with that, although there's a severe lack of self-reflection there because people have been against Charlotte pushes for a long time, on and off over the years. Like they've been against the Charlotte wins lull meme a lot over the years. She just now is in a city that actually recognizes it and is telling it to her face. But they went off the reservation. They went off of the script. They weren't saying what the lines were that were probably written to them and handed to them by Stephanie McMahon, and you must read them verbatim in the way that they went off. And that's good. It feels like that is a nod to a new regime in WWE. It wasn't, by the way, people say, Vince McMahon. It wasn't just Vince McMahon. Like, Stephanie was a big contributor to a lot of the corporate, sterilized culture that stripped away a lot of the stuff that people actually liked about professional wrestling over the better part of 20 years. Because she's a corporate person. We are corporate. We are beige and everything is beige and we are corporate. And that's the person she is. And that translated into the wrestling that we got. And it's still wrestling. It's still wrestling. And that even with under Vince, under Triple H and stuff like it felt that way. It's still very scripted and linear and laid out to a fault. And it's still like that today. Like everybody has to do their entrance all the time, the exact same way, regardless of emotions. It's still that same thing that takes you out of it. But this felt different. This felt like they were going off they didn't know where they were going. They didn't necessarily know what they were doing. And Charlotte, for having been in the business as long as she's been in, she's the female Cena. That's why people are sick of seeing Charlotte in main event spots and Charlotte wins lull and all. It's the translation of Cena wins lull. That's the reason why people are sick of it, because she gets preferential treatment. Like, that's clear. To anybody who's paid half attention, she gets preferential treatment, often beyond what is necessary or needed for people to still like or want to be involved in this. Now, there are parts of this that work, that are on the right track. They just need to be done well. For instance, the moderator, Barrett, good. That's a thing that was missing from Cody Cena, right? Why are these guys who hate each other allowed to be in a ring with nobody in between them? You know what I mean? That's good. That's a good thing. Now, unfortunately, he didn't do anything. He was just a bump on a log. He was just a lump sitting in the ring doing nothing. And he also, remember, he also came up in this time of strict rigidness. So he didn't know what to do in this scenario. This is why, kids, you're good. Old man shaking fists at clouds. This is why territories were good. This is why indies are good. This is why, and indies that stick to some semblance of professional wrestling tradition, the basics, the fundamentals, is good because you can know what to do when situations like this happen. I'm glad situations like this had just happened. It should have happened this way. They should go off the reservation. They should not know what to do. It felt real. It didn't feel overly polished. It didn't feel overly produced. That's why I only watch clips of WWE. That's why I can't go through a whole episode of Raw, even though it's now right here on Netflix for me. It's too overproduced. It's too slick. It's too much. It's still too corporate. It's still too. This was different. This felt real. Even the end when Tiffany is bailing out because she doesn't actually want to get into a fight with Charlotte. That felt real. That felt like, I'm going to say this, whoa, I got to get out. And again, that felt real. And it felt real. And I don't know if that's supposed to make Tiffany the heel, because Charlotte also feels like a heel. This feels like a heel versus heel thing that was thrown together. This feels like it's a badly booked match. It's a badly booked angle. In a WrestleMania full of badly booked matches and angles. But this one sticks out. Right now, at least, because it's fresher. But also because it felt like a break. And what the positive from this is hopefully what that does is that teaches all three, actually, of them what to do, how to react in the moment, how things can go wrong, how to keep on a track, remember what you're supposed to do, go with the flow, listen to the crowd, go with what they, what they're feeling at the time. If you feel like you want to get something over and it's not getting over, or you stumble upon something that is getting over, how to go with it, all that stuff. There are lessons to be learned here. And they know more about, obviously, what was supposed to go on in this segment, etc. But this is a good thing. This segment being a train wreck was actually a good thing if they learn from it. Hopefully they do. And hopefully their match is decent at WrestleMania, because honestly, at this point, it's one of many that I couldn't care less about. You really couldn't pay me to care about this match, but at least we got this.